Hello there, gamers! I'm the Orange Ranger, and welcome to another episode of The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past on Orange Ranger Plays. It has been a bit of a stretch where it's been inconsistent and we haven't had many episodes going up, and I will directly admit that the reason for that is that I moved. I moved towns. I moved about 30 minutes to the east to one of the main towns in this part of where I am, and it's going really well for me. I'm all moved in now and settled in, and things are going great. I have access to much better internet, which makes me way happier, and things are pretty good, but it took me a while to settle in and get to a place where I was ready to start recording Let's Plays again. So here we are. Sparmt is back on the scene. Last time, we did some item gathering and then took on the Swamp Palace. We got the hook shot, which might be my favorite item in this game, and I'll tell you why as we proceed. But this time, we actually really only have one thing to get, and then we have another dungeon to take on. So, let's go! As I do with the Mario, even though this is the Zelda game. Okay, uh-oh. A little rock there. Alright. We're gonna move on here. Bullguard, you don't have what it takes. It's brave of you to think that you do, but you just have to face reality sometimes. It's a harsh thing, but oh well. Anyway, as it usually does, the hook shot has opened up new avenues of exploration that we're now going to take advantage of. And we are going to head to the northwest part of the map towards the Dark Worlds version of the Lost Woods. Now, a reason I like this hook shot, did you know you could use it in combat as... Ow! This guard is about to find out. Watch this. The hook shot has the same ability as the boomerang to freeze enemies, and is, I think, a lot more accurate. You fire it in a straight line, and it, you know, it goes and it comes right back. It's the same for it. It's the same function. It is equally, actually, okay, so now as we travel, I get to explain this. So I wanted to make it seamless as possible coming back between episodes, but this was going into a new recording session, obviously, because I'm literally living somewhere else now. So as I resumed here, I was looking at where I was, and I kind of got confused about that, and so I loaded the game's save file instead of method of save stating that you might use to play a game like this. And I was making my way back to Kakariko Village, or Kakariko, the village of outcasts, because that's where I thought I needed to go. And I headed to the south of it because I forgot that in the Dark World you can't get into the village from the south. And there's an archery game that I will show you at some point, by the way. Head to this point between here, and you can't see it, but fire your hook shot. There's some rocks over there. It is now easily convenient to get from one side of the map to the other, which is awesome. But I was trying to head into the ooh, a fairy. Thank you. Head into the village of outcasts from the south, and I ended up at the archery game in the Dark World, which I will demonstrate for you. And I spent a lot of time there because I knew there was an easy enough way to do it really easily and make a lot of money, but I couldn't remember it at first, and I lost a lot of money, and then I had to make that money back, and I was trying to go through and everything, and then, long story short, I ended up discovering that there was a whole session of gameplay. I think it was short, and it's why I forgot, but yeah, I forgot to edit it, so that's why I was confused about where I was. Cool story, bro. Alright. So we are making our way to to the place. Hi, Red Bull Guard. I find it just very interesting that this building is a psychic in both lands. You know, things often aren't the same between the two, and that's interesting. Like, you know, if you go in here and you peek at this one, you know, they're a little, you know, well, okay. So here's the thing. I was like, for old time's sake, let's see what the psychic here has to say. But I have full health and 999 rupees. So there's no benefit for me to heal from any damage, and I would be off of maximum rupees. So no, we'll forget it. By the by, I am a little bit lost, I realize. I am headed to the spot in the Dark World that corresponds to where you head to Death Mountain in the Light World. And that's going to be up this way. They have those annoying crows here too, but they're Triceratopses. Oh, and the beat. Okay, that's a little bit of broken geometry. I might replay that for you, but like you can see that my beam went like under and through the tree and knocked them off of the tree. It shouldn't have. Does he? I'm gonna go back to the psychic. It's a cheap heal that's not very far away, so, you know, considering I got pretty beat up there. And, like, yes, I realize that, you know, going back all this way, the enemies are going to reset, so it could happen to me. I'll never freaking die! I'm okay. Talk to me, psychic.
You look like you might have an interesting destiny. An interestiny, if you will. May I tell you a fortune? I'll make it cheap.
That's what I'm here for.
Hocus pocus. You will find the smith's partner in the village of outcasts. Now I will take 20 rupees. I hope you would be healthy. Yee-ha-ha-ha!
Full heal, good. Oh, and it was 20 rupees, but it was still a full heal. The smith's partner is something that we haven't even really talked about yet. So, that was a little bit psychic in a way, you know, talking about something that Sparmt doesn't know yet. Okay, this time I'm going to try not to worry about the unicorn birds over there. Nice color on them. I'll give a piece of heart to the person who wears the cape. We have the cape now. We have the cape. Bird. Excuse me. Rude. All right. Up here into the cave. Oh, those things, my favorite. By the way, this is something that came to mind. I know that sometimes I know what the enemies are called, sometimes I don't. There's a couple times that I've stopped to look up the names of bosses, and otherwise I'm just, you know, I'm kind of playing it fast and loose. You know, you don't have to know the names of everything to have a good time. Uh-oh. Giant pit that will fall me down there. And then there'd be no point because that's where I came from. Hook shot! The hook shot is a huge addition to the game in terms of shoot. Okay, everything's fine. The hook shot is a huge addition to the game. By the way, that's a reason that pots reset, because sometimes they have to, or you wouldn't be able to traverse anymore. But in terms of traversing the game, the hook shot is just a big part of that. Uh-oh. I was gonna like demonstrate, well, what if you try to walk through? But it will bounce me straight back into that hole, and I don't want to be about that life. This is why you need the magic cape. Lets you walk through things, just like the cape in the Wizard movie. Lets you walk through, anyway. Not just invisible. Oh, no, it's a Star Trek TNG reference. I'm sorry. You're not just cloaked, you're also phased, so you can walk through things. Up here, piece of heart. Beautimus fantastic. By the way, that is all. This bird has it out for me. It comes back from the afterlife, still wanting to end me. By the way, I'm almost dead again. I wonder, so I suspect that, you know how enemies, you can just tell they have the same kind of AI, and it's kind of clear, in the exact same place, they're the exact same enemies, just reskinned. In the light world, this tree has apples in it. No! Interesting. Okay, well, I'll survive. Moving on, now we are headed to the Dark World's equivalent of the Lost Woods, which are known as the Skull Woods. Ow! Dumb thing. I'm seriously, if I get hit again, it's gonna start beeping at me. Those freaking pumpkins! No! Will you freeze with a hook shot? Thank Hylia. Jiminy Christmas. Okay. Go away. Ooh, 20 bucks. I'm maxed out on money. Ooh, 20 bucks. I mean, hey, if you got a wallet full of money, you see 20 bucks lying on the ground, that's still 20 bucks, right? Okay, so it's a fair warning to you all. The Skull Woods are already confused. Oh, okay, you could just go around I was like, how do you get around that hole? Well, you just do. You walk around it like anybody with a brain would. Okay. Oh, I actually didn't remember. See, this is what I meant. Like, that's obviously the same thing. Ow! Bee! Let's see what we're dealing with. This is gonna put me in the dungeon, isn't it? That was not my intention. Like, I'm not even exactly talking about, like, what I'm doing, because I don't want to interact with the dungeon except from the beginning. And I know that is gonna sound like I'm using the walkthrough. I promise you, for dungeons, I'm not. But I know how to get to the front door, and that is gonna be this way. So, and then this, unceremoniously, but this is the front door. Okay, so welcome to Nirvana. Ow! Mummies are tough to kill. Oh, I remember a trick that works on them. But, okay. I'm going to step out and back inside. Oh, the Wallmaster! So, no, this actually is... So what I was doing was trying to find the name... Yeah, the Wallmaster, by the way. I was trying... No, oh, I died. I have 2 fairies, but... Oh, no! I don't have fairies right now! Ladies and gentlemen, my first legitimate game over. Which kind of tells me that I'm ill-prepared. So... I'm gonna leave. Let's see here. I'm gonna use the magic mirror to go to the light world and hope I'm not standing anything. Good, I'm not. Can the bird get me in the forest? It can. I guess it can fly through the trees. Okay. Conveniently, the potion shop is a place. Trying to remember distinctly where a fairy fountain is, because I would really rather have fairies. I'm gonna get 1 bottle of Cure-All, I almost called it Cure-All spray for some reason, of Cure-All, good lord, Cure-All potion, but she can also heal me. I mean, I really could just fill up, but the thing is, I really want, you know, to have fairies for that oops, I died like that moment, and where I can just come right back. So, okay, I know where to go. Head to Link's house, number 4 on your flute, and go up and to the left of it. Maybe this way? Okay, yes. Pile of rocks there, dash into it, head down the stairs. 4 fairies. My health is full. Catch 2. Let the other 2 hang out. You know, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this just because it's something interesting to talk about as I proceed and think about how to get back where I was. Okay, I remember. I like the flute got the guard's attention. There's a lot of little mechanics in this game that are way more advanced than you'd think they were. Like, the guards can hear noises. I just find that very interesting. But anyway, the idea of the fairies, I kind of mentioned it earlier, and others that have Let's Played Zelda games talk about the idea of, you know, kind of like these living sentient creatures, and you catch them and you stuff them in a jar, you know, and they, you know, use them for that, or just absorb their existence. I think it's in Wind Waker, even when you use a fairy, it flies around you in a circle and heals you and then flies off to show that you're not, like, consuming the fairy. It's just, you know, helps you out and then leaves. But even in that game, when you capture a fairy and put it in a bottle, it looks really sad. So it's just interesting. That might be part of the reason that Breath of the Wild, and by the way, very quickly, referencing Breath of the Wild, I am playing this, I think, the day after Tears of the Kingdom came out. So I've beaten Breath of the Wild twice, but I haven't played it in a while. I'm toying with the idea of doing, of course I get a random fairy. I'm toying with the idea of doing another run through of that game before playing Tears of the Kingdom, just so, like, everything in terms of the story and everything is very, like, fresh in my mind and stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Back into the Skull Woods. Shoot, that's not how you do that. Actually, yeah. Because the entrance to the Skull Woods is up north of the actual village itself. Okay. Full disclosure, I'm not entirely sure how long this episode is because I did some recording before I started playing. I've been recording gameplay for 30 minutes now, but I know I haven't been playing that long because I was looking up some things and doing some stuff before I started playing. I had hit record and then I was like, oh wait, I'm not ready. So, I don't know. Just in case, no, I'll go ahead and play it through. If it gets too long, I'll do another one of those to be continueds.